Hey, we're here at Don Mueang Airport in Bangkok, otherwise known as DMK. And when you land here, especially if you're landing for the first time, you're wondering, where do I exchange money? How do I get cash? How do I get a SIM card? Most importantly, how do we get out of this place? We're going to tell you 6 different ways that you could get into town, the fastest, the cheapest, and the best. Stay tuned. We're going to give you those tips. DMK only has 2 terminals. There's Terminal 2, the domestic side, which is where you're probably coming in from because most flights there are domestic, but there's also a Terminal 1 for international flights. When you arrive, you'll be coming down this tunnel, and then you'll come to an escalator and go down where you can pick up your luggage. And hopefully you'll have someone to give you a ride. Let's start with getting baht, because almost all the transportation options we're going to talk about only accept cash or a QR code, but that requires a Thai bank account, and that's not going to help you if you're a foreigner. There's money exchange booths on both the domestic and the international side, but you're going to find that they give you about 2 baht less than the going rate. To get a better rate, you might want to go to the ATMs. Most of them are on the international side. If you're coming from outside Thailand, you're probably going to want to get a SIM card for your phone. You can get them here at the airport very inexpensively, but if you want to save a little money, get them out of the airport at a local 7-Eleven or phone shop. Let's get to the most important thing you probably want to know about, which is how to get out of the airport. What are the fastest and the cheapest and the easiest methods? Let's start with the Red Line train. Just follow the signs that show the red train symbol, and they're going to lead you to the domestic terminal on the far side, and you'll see the escalator and you'll be going up to the 2nd floor. This is going to lead you out of the terminal, and there's going to be about a 5-minute walk to get to the train station. Along the way, you're going to pass what they refer to as the street food dining option. If you go straight ahead here down the round tunnel, that'll take you to parking, but you follow the signs to the right. It's all very clearly marked, so don't worry, you're not going to get lost. When we were there, they were just starting a new fare, which was 20 baht regardless of how far you go on the line. Usually it's about 35 baht. You'll arrive at these machines and you'll see a map on the wall. It's going to be in Thai. The destination that probably the majority of people are going to is the Bang Su terminal, which is the main train hub, and from there you can take other modes of transportation. But let me tell you one thing that might be helpful for you, because you're going to see 2 names for the train station. The old name is the Bang Su train station. They've recently changed the name to the Krung Thep Apiwat Central Terminal. Krung Thep, by the way, is the Thai word for Bangkok. When you use the machine, you'll see a little flag at the bottom that alternates between the Thai flag and the British flag. So by pushing that, you can get to an English screen. It's a touch screen, so just push where you want to go, and then that will tell you the amount due, which right now is 20 baht for all places, and deposit your money. It only accepts cash. The machine will give you a small token which you'll wave over the sensor to go through the turnstile. Make sure you keep it because you're going to need that when you exit the train station. The trains are nice and clean and new, basically identical to the BTS and the MRT, the SkyTrain, and the subway. Now let's talk about getting a taxi, which is probably the most popular option for getting out of the airport and into Bangkok. You can get one both in the international and the domestic terminal. In the international terminal, it's very easy to see right in the corner. For the domestic side, though, it's outside the terminal. So you're going to look for this sign on the far side of the domestic terminal and just follow the tunnel. It's going to take you less than a minute and you'll end up here. You'll be given a number, and then you just wait for that number to appear on the screen and then go up to the counter. People seem to worry a lot about being ripped off by taxi drivers. Every taxi fare is going to start with 35 on the meter, so that's just an automatic beginning fare. Now, you've probably heard about some taxi drivers that don't use the meter. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about that because it's definitely going to happen to you over and over again, and we'll talk about how to handle it. Our fare was 235 baht to get us to the central Sukhumvit area right by the Asok BTS station. We'll use that same destination point for all of our transportation options to compare prices. in addition to the 35 baht beginning fee you'll see on the meter, there's also going to be an exit fee of 50 baht. So don't think your driver is ripping you off when they ask for an extra 50 baht above what is on the meter that is appropriate. They're also going to give you a choice usually when you get into the cab on if you want to take toll roads or city roads. The city roads are free, but traffic is bad in the Bangkok region. It's going to take you a lot longer to get there and your fare will be higher. It makes sense to go ahead and pay the tolls. There's an 80 baht toll and a 50 baht toll. The driver will ask you to give them the money and then they will pay that directly. So that will not be reflected on your meter. You pay it separately. Another really popular way to get around Bangkok is their version of Uber, which is Bolt and Grab. Unlike taxis, which you're going to get on the first floor, Bolts and Grabs are going to pick you up on the third floor, normally on the international side. Both Bolt and Grab are good options, but they're a little bit different. When you get a fee from Grab, it's a fixed rate. It's not going to change even if you get stuck in traffic. Bolt tends to be cheaper, but the difference is that their fee can actually go up if it takes longer than expected to get to your destination. So don't think that they're cheating you if their original price was 300 baht and they end up showing you a screen that says 350. That just shows it took longer than expected to get to your destination. Just like with a taxi, you're going to have the exit fee of 50 baht, and if you decide to take the toll roads, the same 80 and 50 baht fees for those. We check prices for both Bolt and Grab. For Grab, we got a fee of 309 baht, and remember, you're going to have those extra fees that we talked about. With Bolt, we got a fee of 239 baht. Kind of a fun taxi option is the CABB VIP taxi. You're going to find them on the international side of the terminal. It's a little bit more expensive, but you'll get this cool kind of British-style taxi. It's very roomy inside. The difference is the meter starts not at 35 baht like for a regular taxi, but 150 baht. And the airport exit fee is 100 baht. And you're going to have the same issue regarding toll roads. I'm labeling this option the pricey taxi because you probably won't want to take it. It's labeled as a taxi service on the sign, but I think it's really somewhat deceptive for people flying in internationally that are coming from the far side of that terminal because it's located before the other taxi stand. So this is going to be the first one that they see. The prices you can see are quite a bit more expensive. The cars might be a little bit nicer. The taxi would be a new Camry. They also give you the option of a small van. But if you're going to the same region that we've been talking about, that would be considered Zone A. So that's 950 baht for the car and 1200 baht for the minivan. Going back to bargain options, there's the city bus. That's also located in the international terminal, and they have 4 different routes. You can pause the screen here and see the times of service and the stops that they make. The prices vary between 30 baht and 50 baht, and most of them leave between 6 in the morning and about 11 or 12 at night. There's also kind of a luxury bus option, which they call the Limo Bus. That's on the domestic side. Here's a description of the routes and the timetable. Feel free to pause the screen to see them in more detail. For both the city bus and the limo bus, there's no exit or toll fees, and there's unlimited baggage with the limo bus. The last transportation option I'll talk about is renting a car. Those are going to be approximately 1,500 baht, but my strong advice to you is don't even think about renting a car. There's very little parking in Bangkok. The traffic is terrible, and it's a very difficult place to drive. So you're much better off just using other transportation methods. Here's a chart that I hope is helpful. Clearly the Red Line train and the city bus are the least expensive, but the red question marks remind you that with these transportation methods, they're not going to bring you right to your eventual destination. You might have to pay for extra transportation to get there. The other options will bring you directly to your destination. If you're landing at DMK Airport and you need to be taking a flight out of Suvarnabhumi Airport, and yes, that is how it's pronounced. It doesn't look like Suvarnabhumi, but that's how you say it. There's a free shuttle, and you can find that on the international side at exit 6. Depending upon the time of day that you take it, the wait's going to be between 10 and 30 minutes. It's completely free, but it's only for airplane passengers. In fact, they're typically going to ask to see confirmation of your ticket. They don't allow friends to come along with you. The shuttle operates between 5 a.m. and midnight. We've got a trivia thing for you.
What is that?
Well, you know, Don Mueang Airport is known as DMK,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Well, do you know that it used to be something different?
Oh, yeah. The assigned name for Don Mueang used to be BKK, but since the open of Suvarnabhumi Airport, another international airport, after that, BKK was taken away from Don Mueang.
Taken away, and they gave it the name DMK. Can you imagine how Don Mueang felt?
Oh, it's gonna be so sad.
Let's pretend that we're Don Mueang Airport, and we just got the news. Oh my God, they took away our designation and they gave it to Suvarnabhumi.
Sorry, I cannot stop laughing.
You can tell us in the comments who the best actor is. Depending on how much time you have at the airport, you might want to eat. And there's a lot of dining options up on the 4th floor. You can access it from both the domestic and the international side.
Hey, before you go buy any food from any restaurants around here, you need to go to this cashier and get this. And you use it instead of cash. And if you pay for this coupon by cash, you can get some changes. But if you pay by scan the QR code, you cannot get any changes.
So we got hungry walking around the food court. I know you're going to think badly of me, but I got something from Kentucky Fried Chicken because I've been eating nothing but Thai food.
He comes here only for KFC.
If you want a less expensive option, if you follow the same route that you would take if you were going to the Red Line train, on the way there you'll see a sign that says street food. And it's not actually outdoor street food, that's just what they call it. But there's a dining room area there and the prices there vary from about 50 to 80 baht. We're here with Brett and Noy, some subscribers we met in the airport. And Brett, we want to thank you for taking that shot for us.
Hey, no problem. Thank you, Gary.
Gary, you said you watched every video of ours, and my name is Randy.
Randy. Let's redo it.
No, it's staying in. Hey, we hope this video about getting in and out of DMK has been helpful for you, and we hope you have a great trip in Bangkok. But I promise we talk about one thing, and that's dealing with taxi drivers that don't want to turn on their meter. That's a problem you face a lot in Bangkok, right?
Oh, many times.
Half the time we got that. So
and if you have face that situation, I recommend you turn them down, find the next one, or negotiate, and you can get lesser price.
Yeah, or you can call a Grab or a Bolt. But the problem is that, I mean, technically you can report them. And I've heard they actually get in trouble if they don't use the meter because it's a law. But you're on vacation. I mean, do you really want to get in a fight with a taxi driver? I mean, no. So, I mean, just either negotiate the fare, you can offer something lower, or like Joy says, just move on. You know, go to the next one. There's more than one taxi in Bangkok.
Plenty of taxi for you in Bangkok. And if you are foodies, you are going to like Bangkok very much because there are plenty of street food everywhere.
Yeah, great restaurants, lots of stuff to do. So have a great time, and we'd love to hear what you're planning to do or what you like to do, what you already did in Bangkok. So,
yes,
so
leave us lots of comments, and we enjoy reading and reply all.
All right, so until we hear from you guys again.
Safe travels.
Safe travels.